So I've created sort of my scene, and like I said, you have to decide what is your walkthrough. How are you going to be sort of walking to create this panorama? Right now it does look a little dark, but remember, I know I'm going to do the pad tracing, and the same thing's going to happen inside with my pad tracing image, so it's going to be a lot brighter. So now that I've created my images, I can go and start creating my panoramic images. I've created a few already images, and even though they are not truly panoramics, they can help me as a starting point. So when it comes to panoramic images, it's sort of important to always place your camera as if you are in a standing position, as if you're not really low. So if you click pedestrian mode, it should put you at a normal eye level, because panoramic images should give you the feeling that you are there walking and not flying as a drone or going down on the ground. Right? So I placed my camera there, and so I created my scene, and I've created another scene here, and I'm going to also move it to pedestrian mode just so that it's fully there. So move it just a little bit up and so on, and then I'm going to refresh. Right? Okay, so I've created my different images. Now I'm going to go into panorama. And the reason why I said you can already use it as a starting point, because you can click here in this image, and then since you already have this view, all you're going to do is click OK, and then you already have your panorama. In this case, I want to start here so that people can actually see this area. I didn't want to start off in the middle of nowhere because, again, how did I get there? It might be a little hard to understand. As you can see, the grass does change. So that's one of the hard things about panoramas, that people will have the ability to fully rotate. So perhaps, right, extending this grass or adding a bit something to, do a bit of a transition could actually help in this case. For now, I'm just going to keep it. So I'm creating my story. I'm starting from the outside, and then I'm going to slowly move in, and I'm going to move from there, and I'm sort of going to now go to this view. Again, I've already had that view, so I'm actually going to go back here, and since I already have it, I'm going to select that view, and I'm going to go into my panorama. So now I have my starting point. So I'm basically going to go from here, and I'm walking to my left, and then I'm going to continue to walk. And I want to, and this image I didn't have, but I'm just going to continue in the same image, and I'm going to point it straight there. Wherever your camera is pointed is where the starting view of the person's going to be. So if for some reason you take the picture there, that's the first thing people are going to see. So it's important for you to do that. As you can see, the door is not open, so I'm just going to be sure that my door is fully open before I continue with my scene, because I don't want to have the door closed. Right? So people can stop there, take a look, add some of the actual entrance, and I'm going to keep going. Again, think of it logically as to how would you enter this room. Right? And then I'm going to sort of keep going. There's not a lot going in my lobby, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. Remember, make sure it's sort of like a normal height, not too low, not too high. And I'm going to, in this case, position my camera view in that way, and I'm going to press OK. So I've created another one. So going back, starting there, go to the left, and get closer to the entrance, and then I'm finally inside. When I'm inside, you'll see that there's also, you can see the stairs and so on. And I'm noticing that this room is a little bit dark, and so I'm probably going to have to add an area light here. So as I'm there, I'm going to go and I'm going to add an area light. area light usually just adds light to the whole room. So I'm going to click here, area light, I'm going to drag it there. And area lights, they should always go to the very top of your room. So you go there, keep going. They should light up the top of the room. So in this case, I'm going to go up to there. So if I go back to this, you can see that now the room is a lot brighter, and I can actually see everything. Right? So you can see that everything has been placed correctly, and I'm actually going to move just slightly to the left, because I think it was so I can actually see the front entrance, and I'm always understand where I'm at, and I'm going to refresh that. I had already created another scene in my previous image, so I'm going to go back to that, and that's going to be my next panorama, and then we'll click there, and so on. And now that I'm there, I actually want to be able to walk a little bit closer so I can have this view, and I'm going to end it. I'm going to create one there, and I'm going to end it there. If I really wanted to, I could take it outside. I can focus on this water. I can take it to this view. There's a lot of really interesting spaces. I could have gone upstairs. I could have gone here. There's a lot of different spaces, but for now, I'm just creating this one story of going in there, going to that room, and then finally going into the room and ending there. And that's sort of going to be my journey. But it's up to you as to what you want to create.